Meine Damen und Herren, das sind die Headliner vom Sonntagabend beim West End Indoor Festival. You like to hear that,
No,
Dallas?
it was just funny that, you know, it's when you're speaking German and then you throw in that English word, it was just headliner. It was, you know, it's like, oh, headliner, okay.
Alex is on Fire heißen die Headliner des heutigen Abends. Das sollte ich vielleicht noch sagen für all die, die diese Band noch nie gesehen haben. So, what's it like to play here tonight with all these other good bands, and you will finish this festival off?
It's cool because we're we're on tour over here with some other bands, the Computers and Chicken Hawk, who are from England, and tonight's just kind of one of those weird like one-offs where you leave your tour and you meet a bunch of other bands and you kind of it's just like an interesting little festival. So it's cool. Like I just did an interview with Nathan from the casting out and realized that he was the singer of the Boy Sets Fire, and we met a long time ago, so that was kind of neat. And then Sam I Am, I used to listen to when I was a kid, and that would probably bum them out if I told them that, but
it's the truth.
Yeah, it is. I actually did tell them that, you know. But
that's okay. So when you arrived here in Dortmund, what was your first impression, really?
I was pretty grumpy this morning when I woke up, so I don't know, I guess I just got up on the wrong side of the bed, which is too bad because I love Halloween. But I think what it is, maybe why I was so grumpy, is because people aren't taking Halloween seriously enough in Germany. You know, I love Germany, but I could never live here because I love Halloween a little bit more.
Because maybe you can explain us, why is Halloween such a special thing? We just have to tell the listeners, heute ist der 31. Oktober, Halloween, also von daher ein wichtiger Tag, zumindest in Wade's Leben. So why is this such a special thing for you?
Well, I think it starts out for when you're very young. You know, you're getting free candy. You know, you're traveling around, you're getting dressed up. That's exciting. When you get a little bit older, it starts to be the one time a year when you can get away from your parents' house, start getting into a little bit of trouble. That translates into, I think, going to shows. When you're a little bit older, getting dressed up and it being like a big weird adventure. And when you're an adult, it's an excuse to get drunk with a costume on. And everybody likes that.
And eat candy. The whole every time, you know, every year you still get candy.
Still eating candy.
Still eating candy.
And
drinking.
Yeah, you just start drinking while eating candy. Yeah.
But actually in Germany it's getting bigger and bigger, but of course there's not this tradition about this. So the small kids, they start also do this trick-or-treat thing, and so it's building up. Does this really have an effect tonight on your show? Will you be dressing up somehow?
You're darn right we will be. Oh yeah.
It's an Alexisonfire tradition to get dressed up like ladies. So I was in Essen at the mall today, buying women's clothing from a plus-size women's clothing store because we are bigger.
We're bigger ladies.
Bigger ladies.
Well, yeah, while we were playing handball, Wade and George went and bought us all of our costumes.
Great.
Because every year, like Wade said, we dress up like weird-looking women.
Also das ist auf jeden Fall doch schon mal eine großartige Sache, dass wir die Herren heute Abend in Frauenkostümen auf der Bühne sehen, wenn sie das wirklich halt auch wahr machen. So what else can we really expect with somebody never seen Alexisonfire live? So what's that about?
Tonight is, if you've never seen us live, tonight's a good night to see us because we are gonna look weird. I mean, Halloween's supposed to be spooky, right? What's spookier than a bunch of guys with beards and tattoos dressing up in dresses? Right?
Sound-wise?
Oh, so we'll still sound good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll sound great.
I might even play the guitar a little bit better because I'm going to be like letting my outfit play the show, do the talking for me. Whereas normally I'd be like running around, I'd be trying to, you know, but I don't want to, like I bought a nice hat, like a nice Zsa Zsa Gabor type 50s hat, you know? And I don't want to lose that. I want to keep that on for the whole show.
Well, yeah. And our bass player Steele always likes to wear clip-on earrings, but they always fly off. So, you know, he was thinking about getting his ears pierced just for today.
But it's hard to get your ears pierced on a Sunday in Germany, so.
Especially when a bank holiday is tomorrow. Yeah. All the piercing places were closed.
Yeah. Great. So you started this band in 2001, if I'm correct. And tell us a little bit, when you started, what was your goal? What did you really want to achieve with this band?
We wanted to be able to play on Halloween every year and dress up like women. No, we were just kids from a small town in Canada, and we just really wanted to play. That was it, honestly. Like, putting out a record was like a really far-fetched idea, but playing wasn't, because
We've all been doing it in other bands.
Yeah, and there was lots of little places like halls and stuff, and Wade would book the shows. Like, you just take a week, try and find shows on the weekend, and we would go and play. And then playing slowly became like, oh, we can play more. Then it was like, oh, maybe we should make a record. Made a demo, and then
Just kinda, I guess it keeps changing, you know what I mean? But it's always moderate goals. Like, I mean, we're not trying to, I don't know, do something insane. Like, we're just trying to write music that we feel passionately about, and try and get better. I think at this point, you know, I mean, we want to, like, we have the opportunity to play every single day, so we want to do it well.
And about the progression, really, in the band, also, did your sound really change that much in the past 9 years?
It definitely has. I mean, I think, you know, just every time you go to make a record, I think we've been listening to different things. We're inspired by different things, and also we just don't have too much of an interest in repeating ourselves. So I think it's changed a lot. I mean, we keep those core elements that I think that mean the most to us. And I think that's writing, you know, heavy music that's very melodic, but aside from that, I think, like, you know, we keep trying to reinvent ourselves.
Looking in the future, in 10 years, what do you think Alexisonfire will sound like in 10 years?
Well, I kind of think what, like Wade said, like, we've never really tried to make a different sounding record, but we have every time. Like, even the EP we just released is like pretty weird compared to like everything we've done, you know? And it's not like a conscious, like, as much as Wade said, like, we don't want to repeat ourselves. It's not a conscious decision to go, let's make sure we don't write a song that sounds like that last song. We just don't come to the jam space with the same ideas, you know? So I think it's just like a general evolution. I guess that's the way I could put it, you know? I don't think we've ever said, let's write a song that sounds like this song, or let's write a song that sounds like that. It's always like, oh, here's something I've been doing, because I've been listening to this band, or I've been thinking about an idea in my head, and then, like, Wade would be like, oh, well, let me do what you know, he takes the riff that I show him and comes up with something because it makes him think of something, or vice versa, you know? And then Jordan, the drummer, will be like, okay, well, I have an idea for that, and Steele, our bass player, then will come up with a really weird middle part. And it just happens like that, you know?
Yeah, so regardless of, I think, maybe what we would want it to sound like in the first place, it's not going to sound like that after everyone puts their ideas into it. So, you know, the clearer, I think, idea we have about something, it doesn't end up like that in the end. So, I mean, you know, we could set out trying to, you know, I could hear like the Clash in what I'm trying to do, but by the time we write the song, I mean, there's no way in hell it's going to sound like that, you know?